Hello, everybody. I am so excited because we have a Nintendo Direct that no one really saw coming. Um, yeah, especially because the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is next week. But Nintendo announced that they are having a Direct this week. And although I didn't catch it live, I haven't seen any information about the Nintendo Direct yet. So I'm going to watch it. We're going to react to it and give our thoughts and maybe what we think may be coming in next week's Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm kind of nervous too because I don't know what to expect. I'm guessing this is going to be mostly. Well, they said it's Switch titles. No updates on the Switch 2. So I guess they're just trying to round it out until there isn't anything to talk about with the Switch. They could focus solely on the Switch 2. Dragon Age, okay. I think we saw this one coming because, well, we knew it was coming. I hope the volume, everything's okay. Just let me know. Dun, 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 dun. See, I think this Direct is just going to be like, hey, these are the things that we promised on the Switch, and they're going to come out before the Switch 2. Don't worry, we are delivering on our promises, and I think that's a very Nintendo thing to do, actually. So, yeah. But this is like 36 minutes? Like, that's a lot of things to talk about before we get to the Switch 2, which, hey, that's what I love about Nintendo. You never know what to expect, and they're going to do whatever they want. Because I think a lot of people thought they would hold back this information till they go through the Switch 2 Direct, and then talk all about Switch 2, and then adding also available on the Switch. But
hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi.
Hello.
And I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2
and they're reminding us,
on
Switch
April
2.
2nd. So please tune in for that as well. What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D
oh
remake
god, I'm so
from Square
tired.
Enix.
The day just started.
Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future.
It's so interesting because they say
Okay, let's see
2025,
the first batch of
but we know
headlines.
the Switch 2 is coming this year, so it's also going to be on the Switch 2, I'm hoping. I think this is going to feature a lot of third-party titles as well.
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
The panic. The panic.
Help me. Please help me, Dante.
The latest entry in the
I haven't played this before. I have no idea what this game is.
You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye.
Okay, I'm like, what's going on with
Is to
this?
track
He has to
down
go
Iris,
see an
an
optometrist.
internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews
I think we're going to get a lot of
investigate
these
Iris's
types of
whereabouts.
games for this.
Dive into a subject's dreams
Direct.
to reveal clues hidden deep within their
Do I think
psyche.
that they're going to talk about Metroid? Why? Oh my god, I thought I was wearing my glasses and I was trying to fix my glasses. I don't know. We know Metroid's coming out on the Switch as well, but I feel like that's such a big title. They've just kept teasing and teasing and teasing. If anything, we just see a little bit of new footage and maybe they're like, hey, also check out our next the Switch 2 Direct for more info. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Unleash the supernatural. classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay. Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To
Okay.
protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time
I'm so
battles
tired. I
alongside
don't know why.
demons you summon. Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during
He looks like
investigations.
Gumby.
Guide Raido through a series
What?
of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered. The Mystery
Raido
of the Soulless
Remastered.
Army launches on
The
Nintendo
Mystery of
Switch,
Soulless
June
Army.
19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Later today.
Consume darkness. With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world, where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
Okay.
But who is this spherical stranger?
I
Moored in
don't
a
know, you tell
mysterious,
me.
Maze-like world, your battle for survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before. But tread
Pac-Man.
lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies,
Okay.
you and Puck can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to unleash powerful attacks.
This is not my type of game.
Consuming your prey, you'll collect resources.
But also,
that can
this
then be
is,
used
oh my
to
gosh, what
enhance
is it
your
called?
abilities.
Secret levels? This is giving that vibe.
To uncover Puck's true goal.
This is
Devour enemies to survive
pretty
this
much
cruel world. Experience
what
a
Secret
dark
Level
twist
was
of the
about for
iconic
Pac-Man.
When Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch, July 18th.
Why is Pac-Man, like, I was confused by that episode as well.
The
Because I was
rhythmic
like-
March begins.
Why is Pac-Man so dark? Why is he the
Remasters
villain?
of Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
Okay.
Set
All right.
your drum to the beat and give different commands to the Patapon army.
Chaka,
For example,
Pon, Dawn.
Patapon advances them forward.
Pata, pata,
While
pon.
Patapon has them attack. And if you string together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kiba
I'm kind of down
to
for
the
this.
shield-savvy Tatepon.
I'm not gonna lie.
To take on hordes of
I
fierce
may be
foes.
down for this.
Plus, new features have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your
Oh,
own
look at
drum.
Link. Wait, you can see. Wait. Link.
Lead the
What up,
Patapons
Link?
and march forth when Patapon
Link
1
and
plus
Ash is
2
there.
Replay launches on Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Welcome to Zephyrtown, a cozy
See, I
place
think a
nestled
lot
in
of these,
windswept
a lot of these
valley.
types of games.
This is where your new life begins.
See, okay. Being a Harvest Moon kid,
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS
I will.
system.
I just.
This immersive
I haven't got
farming
into
life sim
stories
has no shortage of
seasons.
activities
Seasons
to
of
get up to.
stories. I don't even know. That's how much I have not
Tend
got
to your
into.
farm while growing crops and caring for animals.
The cows always look so cute.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals,
I'd like to spend more time with you.
And maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone.
The like
Plus, taking advantage
dude
of Zephyr
marrying
Town's
them,
windy
his outfit,
conditions
man.
can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
winds of change
I
are
just
coming, and
haven't
your
got
new
into
life
it.
on the farm begins when Story
Just
of
bring back
Seasons
Harvest Moon.
Grand Bazaar
Bring back
launches on
Harvest
the
Moon, although I
Nintendo
know
Switch
it's never
system
gonna happen.
August 27th.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, I'm looking. Dang it. I just lost a bet as well because I was begging my friend. I'm like, no way. Like, why would they focus on Metroid in this direct? I'm actually really excited for Metroid. I owe my friend a drink
is the
now
unknown
because we
planet
bet
Buros.
on this. And I was like, no way they'll do this. And he's like,
Samus
yes
finds a
way. And I'm like,
floating
no
jungle
way.
With a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward. She's not alone, though. Abhorrent,
Samus looks
alien
so cool.
creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
Man, I lost my bet. No. I thought they wouldn't show this because
As she
they've just been
explores the
teasing it
planet,
so much, but
Samus is
you
granted
know,
mysterious and
I get it.
ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
okay. She does look pretty cool.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Buros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
No date yet. Okay. Remasters? Wait. Her suit's getting an
And
upgrade?
It looks like even more challenges await Samus.
What?
We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities. Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
I lost my bet.
Ready to stir up
That's all I
some
can think
mischief?
about. I'm excited for Metroid, but
Once upon a
I
time,
lost my
there
bet.
was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest potionista of the Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get to know them in a
Gaston.
new light. Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, You can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows?
Honestly,
what
some of the
mischief
Disney villains,
might happen?
they're just the best.
Disney Villains Cursed Cafe
They're kind of cool.
launches
Like,
on
I would
Nintendo Switch
just love
later
movies
today.
based on the villains.
Summon a spellbinding adventure. Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master
That's
the
cute.
magical arts. During class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcaster. There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes. Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op. Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this
This is
holiday.
kind of cute. Oh, Chucklefish. It's a studio. That's a cute name for a studio.
Adventure and arcade games await.
Okay.
Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts. Then use its abilities to find your own path through
This
the
looks actually
enchanting
really
world.
fun.
Can you uncover the
And
secrets
intense
the
at the same
archipelago
time?
holds? Find out when The Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius, Salamander, Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Gradius.
Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necrodancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss
I like how they say
fights, quick
cadence
games,
because Cadence of
cutting-edge
Hyrule.
stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necrodancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Let's see what's in store.
Oh, Tamagotchi.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series.
It's weird because I'm used to
There
saying
are
Tamagotchi.
stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates
Also,
at
I've
the
been talking
afternoon tea
about
shop.
this with my friends. If you don't know, I do a
12
podcast with a
wonderful
bunch of
stores
friends
need
called
your help.
a gaming podcast. And we have weekly episodes. It gets heated sometimes. And actually, I'll start linking the YouTube videos in my
In doing so, you
collab,
get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than
category
before. With over
on my
100
channel,
new
but
classic Tamagotchi,
we were talking
business
about like
is sure
I don't
to
know if
be
we talked about this
booming.
on the actual
Get
episode
ready
or
to
if it
set
was
up
like
shop
when we were getting ready
when
for the episode,
Tamagotchi
but like
Plaza
one of the things
launches on
I want to
Nintendo
see
Switch
on Nintendo
June
Switch 2
27th.
is Mii's. What if they bring back Mii's and we can like take care of our Mii? Imagine if we had an achievement system for games and you get items for your Mii. It'd be so good. It'd be so good.
Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of three
Pokemon.
partner Pokemon.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. It's
The setting
you.
is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and
Oh,
people of
what?
Lumio City.
Why did it freeze? Oh. Internet? Did my internet fail me? No, it's still kicking. Let me just... That's so weird. My internet never fails me, really. There we go. Sorry about that.
Scattered all over town are wild zones.
Where you could
These
just go
areas
and
are
catch
special environments
Pokemon.
where wild Pokemon can live comfortably,
Pokemon.
even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Oh.
People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City.
It's interesting because, like, just the Pokemon look
But-
so different.
When night falls,
Oh, what happens at
the
nighttime?
city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale.
What?
Trainers await.
This
in
music,
battle
though.
zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
You know, that trainer looks so tired because they're only battling each other at night.
Strike first
They're probably
before
up all
being
night
seen,
battling
and
each
you'll
other.
land a surprise attack. During battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is key. And with
I'm
Mega
down with
Evolution,
this music.
some Pokemon can power up even more.
I'm loving this music. You go, Alakazam.
Start at
It's just
rank C
interesting because
and
the
work your way
animation,
up to rank A.
like the style. I have to like do a double take for
Trainers
some of
who
these
reach the
Pokemon
top
just because it's
are said to have a wish
a
granted.
different style than I'm used to seeing them on.
Day and night are two sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure? Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch.
So that's like a
later this
fall.
year.
Maybe a holiday title.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Okay.
Next, please take a look at this.
Ooh. When he says that, you know it's gonna be.
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see, boop, doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. Boop. You wanna see? Boop.
Don't tell me this is not a WarioWare.
Just press the button to jump through the ring.
Okay.
Boop. It sounds easy,
Oh, this poor little.
but the timing is super tricky. Boop. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
I'm kind of down for this.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm. With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
Oh.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Rhythm Heaven.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I'm next. Next year?
Was Rhythm Heaven Groove.
They're talking about titles for next year for the
In the
Switch.
Rhythm Heaven series,
That means all this year,
it includes
all
lots
they're
of
talking
music
about is the
produced
Switch
by
2.
renowned Japanese musician Tsunku.
And I feel like
What kinds of
even if they're
rhythms do you think you'll
releasing
hear?
trailers
you're
for
looking forward
games
to it.
that are coming out next year on the Switch, I think it may be because we're
We
getting the
have
Switch
news
2
about
earlier
the
than we
use of
think.
Digital games on your system.
And it's just all of their announcements, everything is going to be focused on Switch 2.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards?
What?
Here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Wait, what? Wait. This is actually pretty cool.
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen.
That's actually
Here,
really cool.
You can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system. If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second.
That's really
Now you
cool.
can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With
That's
virtual
really
game
cool.
cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems. Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time. You can also lend out
That
virtual
is
game
so
cards
cool.
to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to.
Oh my gosh, I already
And
lose
you're
game
done.
cards, the
They can
physical
now
game
play on their
cards, by
own
lending it to my friends and
You can only
family.
lend one
And now
game
I
at a
feel
time
like
to a particular
I'm
person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you,
Oh, okay.
making digital games even easier to
That's
use.
really cool.
Virtual game
You're like your
card.
own personal library for video games where you could sign
The
them out.
virtual game card feature
know?
lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April.
Excuse me. I just
Let's
burped.
take a
I'm
look
sorry.
At more Nintendo Switch games.
Like, the Switch is sunsetting, essentially, but they're still coming out with hardware updates, and I think that's so cool because it actually goes back to the first message about the Switch and the Switch 2 is how they kind of see them coexisting. I'm sorry, I burped again. I don't know what I had today. I'm just burping away. That's a really cool feature, though, and I'm trying to think like what's equivalent to that on another console, and I don't know.
Uncover history once more. An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing onto Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the royal heir, and Will the explorer. two heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG.
The fact that they released a new update, and that's a pretty big
Experience the original
feature
along with brand new
to the
events
Switch
that
2 and
expand
also
the vibrant world of
Metroid.
Sondale.
I really do feel like this Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is going to be big, and we're going to be expecting some really cool updates in games.
Transfer stats to allies through the
Like big
parameter
games.
inheritance system.
Yo, this is getting me so hyped
Finishing the main story,
for that
you can
Direct.
test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages?
Sorry.
Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await. Embark on peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3.
I love like
setting
this
sail
art
on
style.
Nintendo Switch this summer.
And the vibe of the music.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch. Aim, time your button press just right, and take your shot.
Nice shot.
Perform backspins, side spins, and other special shots. In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on Nintendo Switch this year. Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15, including the likes of the spectacular Spider-Man.
Let's go
and
with the beat 'em
ferocious
ups.
Wolverine to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces, you can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
Okay.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
It does look pretty
You'll
cool.
battle as a tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Oh, fart. Why are there
How refreshing.
me's? Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, I was like, why is this like Mies?
Did you want to talk?
What is this game?
Aw. Glad that was only a dream.
What?
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, the first new entry in the series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw Mii characters living on an island out at sea. What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking forward to it.
Yo, the fact they're leaning into the
Thank you
Mii's.
for watching today's Nintendo Direct
I'm
so far.
Thinking Switch 2 is bringing back the Mii in a
Our
big way.
final announcement is something a little different that's not a game.
Okay.
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Mr. Miyamoto.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch. Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today,
Okay.
which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day. After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on
See,
April
I'm
2nd,
telling you, the
news
Switch
about
2
Nintendo
is
Switch
bringing
2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app. as well.
Nintendo Switch 2 is doing,
Nintendo
I think, a
Today
lot
will
of
be
things
available to
online.
Download on smart devices later today.
Like they heard us. I feel like the
Anyone
Switch
with a
2 is
Nintendo
bringing,
account can use the
going to
app,
be
so please
integrated
try
a
it out.
lot with different aspects online, like the app.
That's all I have to
Mies.
share. I hope you enjoy using Nintendo
Street
Today.
Pass. Imagine if Street Pass is back. Can you download this now?
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Let's see. Okay. Well,
Decide
let's.
demons you summon.
Let me go back to what like this. Okay, let me first check like if we can download. I'm here for Tomodachi Life. Let's see. Can you download Nintendo Today? Or I think it said it's available. Oh, am I in books? I think it's available after the Direct tomorrow, but I'm just checking. Yeah, it will be available. I guess after. I don't know if that's what he said. Is that what he said? Let's see.
That many people watch. But today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events.
Wait, it
Nintendo
said
Today will
available.
be available to download on smart devices later today.
What? How come I can't download it? It said later today, though. It's coming to Google Play. Okay. 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 Nintendo Today. Today, hello. Hello, where are you, buddy? I guess it's not up yet, but... Wow. Okay. So as expected, that Direct had a lot of third-party titles, a lot of like those RPG type styles, or like those small, more cozier games that may not be up everyone's alley, but obviously it does serve a community. And there are a few things in there that really did interest me. I have obviously Tomodachi Life, but that won't be releasing until next year. The Marvel, what was it? Cosmic Invasion. What was the other ones? Rhythm Heaven Groove was pretty interesting as well, and Tamagotchi Plaza, Witchbrook also looked cool. Obviously Metroid. Oh yeah, the Patapon 1-2 replay. Yeah, you know, like, so there are games in there I think that will interest people. And I think it was smart to kind of get these games. I think these were games that were lingering and they're like, okay, we have to, with our partners, talk about these games and promote them. One of the most interesting things is, well, yes, I did lose my bet. They did show Metroid Prime 4. And I originally thought that wouldn't be in this direct because, well, it's been teased so long. Wouldn't you leave that for the Nintendo Switch 2 direct? But now that the fact that they did put in here, you know, I think it's like they're delivering their promise that Metroid Prime Beyond will be available on the Nintendo Switch. And that's why they're including it in this direct, which makes me really excited for the Nintendo Switch 2 direct, because that just means that they're going to really bring on, I feel like they're going to be really bringing on the games, especially because you're seeing some of these titles that they revealed today, and they show that they're coming out some of these are coming out 2016. And I think it just goes back to their original messaging of they really see the Nintendo Switch 2 as a part of the Nintendo Switch family. And I don't think it's necessarily, I know we've all been referring to a sunset of the Nintendo Switch, but I don't think it's necessarily a sunset. I feel like it's like a soft sunset where they're still obviously servicing games there. But their focus will probably be the Nintendo Switch 2, but there's still fun things coming to the Switch if you already have it. Which, you know, we've seen this before with the, DS to the DS XL, like they were doing all that is classic Nintendo. So yeah, it's just interesting that we're getting this confirmation. The most interesting as well is how they announced the virtual game card. I think that's a really cool feature where you're going to be able to essentially trade games. Not trade games, but essentially lend games to your friends and they could play on their consoles if you have a digital copy, which is really cool because then it's like there's value to, you know, not necessarily forcing someone to play or buy your game, but letting them try it out through their friends and having, like, it's encouraging conversations about Nintendo games, which I think is very important. And it's encouraging family play. You know, I think there are some households where they have multiple switches in a household because of the mobility of it. So you may have people who have two Switch consoles because they may have upgraded to the OLED version, but they still have their old one. And this is a cool way where you're able to share those games, but still not feel like you're splurging so much on the games that you want. Like, you don't have to buy like 2 different copies of the games. So I think this is really cool, and I can't think of another console that's doing something like this. The fact that they're also mentioning that this is also coming to, that this will be available on the Switch 2 as well, and they were revealing that here, tells me again that the Switch 2, I think, is going to bring a lot of updates on the online side, on the how it operates and the operating system and how we interact with that. I really do feel that way, but we won't know. Also, there's been a lot of Miis. There's been a lot of Miis in this direct. And I'm really crossing my fingers here and hoping they're reviving the importance of Miis, maybe bringing back Street Pass, maybe implementing an achievement system where you get items for your Miis. Bring back Mii Plaza. Just bring it all back. Although Tomodachi Life could be the new Mii Plaza, which would be really cool. I don't know. What did you think of this direct? Did you think it was worth it? Do you think this is interesting? And what are you excited to see on the Nintendo Switch 2 direct happening on April 2nd? That's just next week. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to be reacting to that as well. If you like this video, please show your support by following the channel here. You follow me on all my socials. And yeah, see y'all later.